This week we're going to take a look at the August crop production report due out on August 12th, specifically looking at the change in yield from July to August and the associated change in November soybean futures on the day that report was released. We're also going to take a look at the latest crop condition ratings and progress and wrap things up looking at the short-term weather trends. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the soybean market. We've moved into August now, and of course it's a critical month for pod set and pod fill. Before we get into that though, we're going to focus on the August 12th USDA crop production report. What we're going to do is take a look at the history of the change in yield from July to August and the associated change in November soybean futures on the day that report was released. Let's take a look at some history. What we did with this slide was, again, looking at the bars there, looking at the change in yield from July to August in the August crop production report. And the blue line reflects the change in November soybean futures on the day that report was released. A lot of messages there, a lot of numbers. Here's the key message. Look at that blue line. Historically, there can be a lot of price volatility on that day that the report is released. Not every year. Last year was only a penny lower when all was said and done, or a penny higher. But the key message is work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to have your plan in place, your marketing plan in place prior to the release of the report. Let's move forward now and look at updated soybean crop condition ratings. Our map, as usual here, focuses on the change in good to excellent versus the previous week. There's actually a bit higher, a 1 percentage point increase in good to excellent nationwide compared to last week. And that's now equal to where it was last year. There was a pretty strong regional component here in that western corn belt, Iowa, Nebraska, and Kansas. We did see some deterioration and a little bit on the east, but that was offset by some improvement in the east, or at least stable conditions, and also some improvement in the northern plains. So overall, we did see some improvement this week. Now let's take a look at the history of our aggregate index. We did see a slight improvement this week in our aggregate index. It's still well below some of these recent years, but it did see an improvement from last week's season low. Let's now look at crop development, looking at soybean setting pods. As of the end of July here, we're looking at soybean setting pods about 44%. That was a bit below the average for this time of year. Now between July 31st and August 14th, typically we see another 26%. So we're thinking by the middle of August, we'll have about 70% of these beans setting pods. Of course, the month of August is critical for bean yields. Let's take a look at the short-term weather forecast. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. We're starting out this week looking at a general pattern. And the general pattern is heat will expand from southerly winds coming up, but heat will also contract over the next week to 10 days here, actually the next couple weeks, when the winds come from the north. So basically not a strong overall trend, back and forth if you will. Let's quantify that a bit. We're looking at the highest temperatures in the west here in that dark red area in the 90s, near term here. As we move further east in the orange, 80s and 90s, and as we move further east beyond that, more closer to normal temperatures. Let's look at rainfall. The green area depicts a ½ inch to 1.5 inches. We look at some of that pink area, 1 to 2 inches. Generally, as we move further east, the heavier the rainfall. Now we're looking at the next 14 days. What's the precip look like? As you can see from those dark red areas in the west, that's the area that's forecast to be below normal in terms of rainfall. As we move further east here, it does look like it's going to be normal, actually a bit above normal in some of those eastern Corn Belt states. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in November soybean futures. Now November bean futures here are trading around 1380 as we tape here on Tuesday. While that's backed off from this rebound high even, it's still $3.80 above the 5-year average. So as we've been discussing this summer, we strongly encourage you to defend your balance sheet. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an upload. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.